Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking with William, where today we're going to be frying a Cornish game hen. I love cooking small game birds like quail, pigeon, and Cornish game hens. They're typically cheap when you can find them, and they taste delicious. They taste similar to chicken, but the smaller size lets those seasonings penetrate a lot better. It's also a great serving size. One bird is perfect for 2 people or 1 hungry person, so you don't have to worry about cooking for enough people to get a full chicken. They also cook a whole lot faster. Today I'm using a Cornish game hen, but feel free to use this recipe with any of the smaller birds that you might find at the store. Most grocers are going to have a sort of selection in their frozen poultry area. The first thing we need to do is break down the bird. This is the same as the chicken, just easier since the bones are much thinner. Start by removing the spine as if you were spatchcocking it. You can see this in slightly more detail in my spatchcock chicken recipe up in the top corner. Then you want to split the bird in half just to make it easier to work with. For each half, remove the wing section by slicing your knife down to the joint, popping the socket, and then slicing right through that gap you just made. With bones this thin, you can also just slice through the bone. I like to remove this little wing tip as it does not have much meat on it and it tends to burn sometimes. Next, separate the leg and thigh from the breast. There should be a clear break between the muscles that you can just slide your knife through. Separating the leg and thigh is also easy. Just slice down the joint, pop it out, and then run your knife through the opening. Finally, I like to cut the breast piece in half just to make all the pieces equal in size. This is optional though. Go ahead and break down both sides of the bird. This might take some trial and error if it's your first or second time, but it's a fairly easy skill to learn and it can save you a lot of money in the future. Now that the bird is broken down, we're going to brine it with some salt and MSG. Just kind of eyeball this. It doesn't really matter exactly how much salt you use. Let this sit uncovered in the fridge for at least an hour, but ideally overnight, to season the meat thoroughly and let that skin dry out. Now it's time to bread. This is much easier than the classic flour dredge. You're just going to whisk up a single egg in a small bowl and pour out about half of it over the meat. You want a thin coating on all of the pieces, but you don't want too much remaining on the tray. If you pour out too much of the egg, just wipe it up with a paper towel. Now we're going to add equal parts of cornstarch and all-purpose flour. Add more than you think you need. Anything extra you can just shake off right before frying. Additionally, add any seasonings you want in the breading. I usually go for smoked paprika and garlic powder. Remember that the meat is already seasoned, so go easy on the salt on this part. Let this sit while you heat up your oil to around 350 degrees. Once it's hot, you will know because the meat bubbles when it's added. Fry the hen pieces in batches. The exact time you're frying will depend on your oil temp, the size of the bird, and how long you let it dry out, but turn each piece over every minute or so until you get a nice golden brown. Place each piece on a wireline baking sheet or a paper towel to drain and season it with sea salt immediately. You should do this with anything that you fry. Add sea salt as soon as it comes out. Optionally garnish it with some honey and parsley and you have a delicious fried Cornish game hen. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did, and it helps out a lot. If you have any requests for meals, let me know in the comments below and I will try to get to them. Until next time.